Yo. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites, you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. Think you coming in here with your sin, don't even try.
Biden signs executive order to protect travel for abortion. President Joe Biden on Wednesday signed an executive order that lays the groundwork for Medicaid to help women seeking abortions to travel between states to obtain access to the procedure.
What?
The detailed landscape because it's illegal to use federal funding to pay for abortions unless the woman's life is in danger or the pregnancy is the result of rape or incest. However, White House Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre said the Department of Health and Human Services would invite states where abortion remains legal to apply for permission to use Medicaid funds to provide reproductive health care to women who live in states where abortion is banned. Crossing state lines to get abortions has become an increasing issue since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade and opened the door for new restrictions on abortion at the state level.
Hey, so this is why y'all so-called Americans, you black Republicans, you black Democrats, this is why we don't get involved with politics and with policy. Go to Psalms 94 and 20. The white man is making a law, has made a law, an amendment to the law, so that women can get federal funding, cross state lines to abort their babies. They're making it accessible for you to murder your children.
Hell no.
That's what you're reading. Like Bishop say, they say abortion, it's murder.
Right.
It is murder. Read that.
This is Psalm chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee? Which frameth mischief by a law.
Which does what?
Frameth mischief by a law.
That is what we are reading. They are legalizing to murder children. Murder. How do we know? Go to what is Leviticus 17:11? Life is in the blood. Give me that. Leviticus 17. How do we know that abortion is murder? Whether it's 1 month, 2 months, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, big fetus, little fetus, whatever. Let me show you what God says that these babies, what they have.
This is Leviticus chapter
Go ahead, read it.
17, verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
For what?
For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
The life of the flesh is in the blood. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from? Caller.
Shalom, Most High in Christ bless.
Hey, Most High Christ bless. What's going on, caller? What's your question or comment? Where you calling from?
Hey, Shalom. We're calling from the Caribbean.
Hey, shalom.
How you guys doing?
We doing good. We doing good. Who we speaking with?
You speaking with Kevin.
All right. Hey, how you doing, brother Kevin? So what's your question or comment, Kev?
Well, Vic.
I said, what's your question or comment?
My question is, I do apologize for detaining you a bit. I am just struggling with, my question is pertaining to divorce.
Divorce?
If you're
okay.
married to somebody and then she lies with another man, if you could assist me in the scriptures with that.
Matthew 19. So, if your wife sleeps with another man, the Bible says that's the only reason why you can put that woman away. You are told by God to divorce that woman. Read that.
This is Matthew chapter 19, verse 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
Go to just jump to verse 9.
Yes, sir. Verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife.
Whosoever shall put away his wife, read.
Except it be for fornication.
Except what?
It be for fornication.
Except for fornication, read.
And shall marry another, committeth adultery.
So if your wife commits fornication, which is adultery, she is to be put away. You understand that?
That's right.
Yes, yes, I understand that.
And that's,
in Christ's blood.
yep, that's good in God's eyes. Now, I must preface it with this. If you just came into the truth and that happened 30 years ago, that's a different story. All right? But both y'all believe in the commandments, y'all keeping the commandments. Hey, and she do that, well, she ain't keeping the commandments. She needs to be put away. All right? She got to be put away. You got that?
Yes, sir.
All praise, all praise. All right, shalom, brother.
Shalom, my brother.
All right. Most High Christ bless. So, all praise. Phone lines working, man. We got to help Benji out there, man. Make sure y'all ain't simping out there on them islands.
That's right.
All praise.
Brothers, anybody out there, if you let your wife sleep with another man and you take her back, you a simp. You are a simp. That's horrible.
Got him.
So, read that again. Crossing state lines.
Crossing state lines to get abortions has become an increasing issue since the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade and opened the door for new restrictions on abortion at the state level.
Now, we went to Psalms 94. We said that they frame mischief by law. Now, I wanted to read that in Leviticus one more time because we took a call. I want to make sure everybody understands this because, and I know this is further in your article. Later on in the content, right?
Yes,
They
sir.
go into abortion even more. I want y'all to understand that these, what they call fetuses, or the different titles they give them as it comes up to being a child with a birth certificate and a social security number, before that, God says these are people. These are human beings. All right? Bishop and I had posted a picture, I don't know if you was in the captain's group yet, of all the aborted fetuses.
Yeah.
When you look at these aborted fetuses, these are people. These are they aborting them late. Like you can see their face, you can see everything. These are living creatures, and that is what they are killing. That is what they're murdering. All right, read that.
Leviticus chapter 17, verse 11. For the life of the flesh is in the blood.
The life of the flesh is in the blood. Read.
And I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls.
So, as long as there's blood inside of the fetus, whether it's 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 months, 2 months, it is alive. You are not to kill it. If you kill it, that is murder. That is murder. Y'all have something on that?
I got something for you,
Yeah.
Cap. Get that in Lamentations 4:3. Because you're absolutely right about that. And I do want to read this. I'm going to read it myself right quick. A mischief. All right. I'm going to read some of the synonyms. Naughtiness, misconduct, perversity, disobedience. So these are the things that that this nation, they frame this behavior and they make it into a law. Read that right quick.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breasts. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people is become cruel.
It's become what?
It's become cruel.
It's become cruel because we will find any reason to now murder, because that's what it is, murder our children.
Yep. 100% correct. 100% correct. What we got next?
Yeah, the next video actually goes with what Cap was just bringing out, how we find any reason to murder our people. So to go perfectly segue with it, video number 1.
Senator Cornyn. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Professor Bridges, you, in your testimony, talked about the prevalence of abortion, the percentage of black babies that are aborted as opposed to non-black babies. I think you said 3 or 4 times more black babies than non-black babies are aborted. You also talk about systemic racism.
Pause. So How come everybody see color when statistics come out? But before that, God don't see color. Black babies, black. I heard black babies 10 times just now.
Right.
I thought color didn't exist. You don't see color. That lets you know when in real world, when a white man is talking about real things and trying to enact laws and amendments, they see color and they know who's being affected. It's you ignorant black people. I say black. Make sure you know you got a color. Y'all the only people that don't see color. The white man sees color clearly. He sees it clearly. Go ahead.
Do you see any systemic racism associated with the prevalence of abortion for black babies as opposed to non-black babies?
Absolutely. The higher rates of unintended pregnancy that lead to higher abortion rates among black people is a result of structural racism, systemic racism. I understand systemic racism not to be boogeymen who are trying to dupe black people into abortion care. I understand structural racism to be the systems that have made it so that black people disproportionately bear the burdens of poverty in this country, the systems that have denied them the basics that they need in order to live humane lives like food, clothing, shelter, health care.
So you believe
a system that responds with the criminal legal system.
There ought to be more black babies aborted, is that right?
I believe that we ought to create the conditions under which people can lead lives that are filled with dignity and humanity.
And
that means being able
your way of thinking that happens when more black babies are aborted.
Pause.
I believe.
Hey, he cutting her right now. He cutting her.
Right.
Because she's making a complaint that I'm guessing she's saying it's wrong that they say they can't do it, right?
Basically, she's trying to justify abortion by saying there's systemic racism. She's saying, oh, we should be able to abort because look at how we live. You don't want to bring a child into a world like this.
What? Wow. He cutting her up.
He is.
He's like, okay, so all this, you saying more black people should die? But like you say, we so dumb we don't realize it's murder.
Right.
It's murder. This white man cutting her up. Damn.
Yep.
Go ahead, press play.
I trust, I love black people with the capacity for pregnancy. I think they have agency, they have intelligence, they know what is best for themselves, and I would love to create the conditions under which they can live lives that are filled with dignity and humanity.
And do you think a baby that is delivered alive has value?
Yes.
Whoa, pause.
A baby that is
What
not,
took us so long to answer the question?
Right.
Hey, because she knew that he's about to trap her up.
Yeah.
Right? She knows what's coming because he's setting her up for the kill.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows by answering that question, yes, whatever's coming next, she got to answer that she has to answer in a way that doesn't reflect her poor decision making or poor logic. And he's going to expose that thing.
Go ahead, press play.
do you think a baby that is delivered alive has value?
Yes.
Do you think that a baby that is not yet born has value?
I believe that a person with a capacity for pregnancy has value. They have intelligence. They have agency. They have
I'm talking about the baby.
And I'm talking about the person with the capacity for
pregnancy. I'm not answering the question. I'm asking.
I'm answering a more interesting question to me.
You think that a baby that is not yet born, let's say the day before this mother delivers, do you think that baby has value?
I think that the person with the capacity for pregnancy has value, and they should have the ability to control what happens to their lives.
Well, and I just note you refuse to answer the question. Ms. Harrell, the Declaration of Independence talks about
right now he's about to ask the Edomite question, so we're going to skip down to 353. So he asked another Jake woman a question, but just note how she wasn't able to answer the question. Right. He dug her in a hole.
Yep.
But I jumped to 353, and we're going to see what the other sister says.
Human right.
Governor Stratton, as I listen to your testimony, it seems to me that you're advocating for abortion at any time, for any reason, at any point during a woman's pregnancy. Is that correct?
What I'm advocating for is for everyone to have the right to determine what's best for their life, their body, and their future.
Any time, at any point in the pregnancy. Is that correct?
I'm advocating for everyone to have the right to make the personal decision about what's best for their life, their body, and their future.
I need you to shut the hell up for the immediate future.
My question is, Are you advocating that there's a right to abortion at any time, for any reason, at any point during a pregnancy?
I'm not sure if you understand my answer, but what I'm saying is that
I understand that you're not answering the question.
then
And what amazes me is the advocacy for unlimited abortion rights, where there is zero value placed on an unborn child. I think Senator Cruz pointed out, obviously, abortion is a very emotional and divisive issue in our society. One reason why we haven't had conversations like this is because the Supreme Court has said you can't talk about it because it's out of bounds. It's in the Constitution, as opposed to it being decided in a forum, a legislative forum like the states.
I think that was it.
All right. So pretty much Esau is cutting these individuals up. And it shows you give the black woman an inch, they take it a mile. Roe versus Wade, since then, 20 million black babies have been aborted. It wasn't created for that. But that's what happened. 20 million later. Go ahead.
Because you're talking about poverty, right?
Right.
You know, according to her understanding, we had chattel slavery. None of us should be here.
There you go.
Right. According to her logic.
Yep. Damn.
It's
That's
just
a
the
good
crazy
point.
as hell.
That's
hey,
a good
read
point.
one scripture real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah.
Read Exodus chapter 1, verse 12.
Bring it out.
Because we've been in this situation back in physical Egypt.
Yep.
We've been in that situation in spiritual Egypt.
Yep.
And our ancestors never decided, I'm going to abort your behind.
Right.
Read that.
This is Exodus chapter 1, verse 12. But the more they afflicted them.
The more they did what?
The more they afflicted them.
Read.
The more they multiplied and grew.
Uh-huh.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
Right. So even our ancestors back in chattel slavery, even though we read it in the Bible, the more we got afflicted, we never thought about killing our children. That's the last thing. Why would you want to kill your line, your lineage?
Right.
You're doing genocide to your own self.
Mm-hmm.
Can I land back off of that?
Yeah.
Let me get Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
Because what I like to casually refer to people that are pro-choice is that they're really not pro-choice, they're anti-consequence.
Right.
Because anybody will tell you the ultimate consequence of sex is what? Children.
Right.
There's an easy solution to keep you away.
And I wouldn't even say consequence. I would say reward.
Yeah, he talking like he's single.
Right.
The heck is this?
Hey. Now, we don't need it in your legal terms.
Hey,
here.
proud father. But, for every action, there's an equal opposite reaction.
Right,
Your action of sex has the reaction of you giving offspring.
Right.
And our people don't want to acknowledge that they're actually trying to come away from that consequence, because that's why I term it that way, because that's what they see it as. They see it as a negative consequence from them having sex. They don't want to stop the sex, but they want to stop the child, which ends up them being murderers. Go ahead and read that.
This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
So because we don't keep God's commandments, and it's going to get into some of those things that we commit against him, but Most High has a controversy with our people. That's why we go through the things that we go through. Come on.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy.
Nor mercy, not for the child that's unborn, the defenseless human that we discussed earlier. There's no mercy, read.
Nor knowledge of God in the land.
And you can tell there's no knowledge because the sister over here trying to justify reasons why we should kill our lineage, our line, our babies, our heritage. That's crazy. Go ahead.
By swearing. And lying.
And lying, because she's trying to lie to make herself feel like it's all right to do these things. Come on.
And killing.
And what?
And killing.
And killing. Come on.
And stealing.
Yep.
And committing adultery. They break out, and blood toucheth blood.
That blood is touching blood because the bloodiest, and Cap brought it out, 20 million babies been aborted since the late 60s up to now. And the black woman's womb is actually a graveyard. It's not giving life, it's taking it away.
Yep.
Hey, you know what's crazy? The sister was talking about the one that has the capacity to get pregnant, right?
Right.
But not the one that has the capacity to get you pregnant. And, he don't have no rights. And the thing is that if they were to go back and look at how many women that were in a healthy marriage aborted their children. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to address any of those issues. So I understand what you said. About the consequence, but that's for those that are unmarried and using that for birth control.
Absolutely.
Hey, and I say this all the time. Every time you have this conversation, they say, well, what about rape?
Right.
What about incest?
Right.
1% of all abortions is rape or incest. 1%. So the other 99%, a woman willingly went in there and killed a baby. I don't know how many, and we don't even count if it's a miscarriage. If it's a miscarriage, it's not alive anymore. We're not talking about that. Y'all try to bring up the extremes of what abortion is. We talking about you had sex outside of marriage and you went and killed a baby. That's what the conversation is. Don't move the goalposts. All right,
Hey, but they got to, because Scripture says a sinful man will not be rewarded.
Right. There you go.
Exactly.
100% correct.
Hey, on that 19 million too, they say that so-called African Americans, we make up about 10% of the population. Which they say
Right.
the population's 300 million.
Yep.
So I mean, 30 million people would be so-called African American. We've killed almost half of that just within the last 50 or so years.
I was just going to say it too, because it's like 45 million, something like that.
Yep. So we killed just about half of that over that time.
Damn.
Those kids would have had children. They would have had children. So imagine how many people we've killed during that time.
Half our population is dead.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a crazy statistic when you put it like that. That is a crazy statistic. But what I want y'all to know, go to Joel 3 real quick. Notice they said black babies 3 to 4 times more likely to go through abortion than whites. 3 to 4 times more like that. Don't sound like God. Nobody see color to me. Right. I'm gonna show y'all something. Cause these apologetics will tell you that God loves everybody. We all the same. We Gentiles. No. Ain't no Gentile nation suffering the way we suffer. Read that.
What, verse 3?
That what I want. I want you only have a nose. Amos 3:1.
Amos 3.
Yeah. Amos 3.
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known.
3 to 4 times more likely to affect black babies. What did it say? You what?
You only have I known.
That's why that happens. That is why that happens. Because we the only nation that God deals with. Read.
Of all the families of the earth.
Of all the families of the earth, he's only dealing with the Israelites. He's only punishing the Israelites. That's what y'all got to understand. No, we're not living in a normal lifestyle. Everybody didn't go through redlining. Everybody didn't go through Jim Crow. Everybody don't go through not being able to get a mortgage. Everybody don't go through their credit being jacked up just because you black. Everybody don't deal with what we deal with. Why? It's because you are the Israelites. You are not a Gentile. You are not they say, well, we all God's children. You know, you literally God's children. Like the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, those are your forefathers. That's what y'all got to understand. What we got next, officers?
All right, so the next thing is actually the same sister. We're going to find out a little bit of why she had the mindset of what she had with the children. Play that.
IT and they're having a conversation.
I'm telling you, man. Good grief.
Brothers have a full-blown conversation.
Times you've used a phrase. Professor Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
Pause. So this. See, these black women. She probably not a woman. I don't know what she classifies herself as. No, you do. This is why we can't get with y'all. We can't get with y'all on the politics and all this other stuff. You talking about some cis men and cis women and what you got, Mike? What you got to say about that, man?
Hey, you seen,
I'm confused.
Candace Owens, him that dude up with the conversation. Ain't no trans man. It's a woman.
Right.
Women can have babies,
right,
and that's it. Yeah. Anybody born with a uterus is a woman.
Damn.
I don't know if y'all got that. She was talking to a black, and the black dude was trying to defend the other way.
Oh Lord.
She hemmed him up, man. Like that's not even simple. You know what I'm saying? That's the birds and the bees type stuff.
Right. Common
you
sense.
can have a baby, you're a woman. Ain't no trans nothing.
Yeah. Our people are confused, man. This is how you know we live in America. This is the land of confusion. Babel means confusion. We are in Babylon all over. When you can't identify what a man and what a woman is, something is wrong. Right. Something is wrong with that. Because last I checked this, are there cis birds out there? Cis birds. Have y'all seen a cis bird? I ain't never seen a cis alligator or anything.
I want to know why somebody don't just bang the gavel every time she start talking like recess. Wait.
Like we're not that.
We not even getting ready to listen to all this nonsense.
Hey, I was listening to something the other day, and they said when you get to the point where the government can tell you that you got to respect somebody, and they say that they're elephant, or they say I identify as a bird, or I identify as that, and you believe that, you're a slave. You're a slave. Whatever the government tell you, you gonna roll with it, and that's what we getting at. Yeah. Like we really getting to the point where somebody is a man, and you got to respect and honor that he says he's a woman. He's a woman. That's captivity.
So if you go through a divorce and go into child support,
right?
You know, alimony. You got to pay alimony, and they now refer to themselves as they.
Right.
You got to pay extra.
Damn.
Hey, what it is discouraging, like, not logical thought, but problem solving skills. Like you're what am I trying to say?
You confused. Just thinking about it.
I gotta read this comment.
You're discouraging critical thinking. Go ahead.
Brother said, I got a Honda and a Chevy, and my Honda is trying to have a Chevy.
That's what's happening.
Oh, man.
That's what. Hey, go back to that video, man. We wasn't done yet.
Oh,
yeah.
Go back.
Honda's trying to have a Chevy. Damn.
It's the wrong video.
Wrong video. Come on, IT. There we go.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive.
Oh, so your view is that the
other groups outside of women can get pregnant.
Then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important
because of my line of questioning? So we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies?
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No,
I need you to shut the hell
You're
up.
denying that trans people exist.
Hey, you know what this is like?
Crazy you sound, man.
Right. This is like
man can get pregnant.
dealing with apologetic, talking about exegesis and exegesis.
That's what it is.
Hey, what she's pointing out too is one of the problems with that whole trans movement, because it loses legitimacy when it's framed under a mental illness, because she actually is shortchanging it. The rate of suicide for those people is actually much higher.
Right.
The only comparable group that had suicide rates as high as them was people who were under occupation in Nazi Germany.
Damn.
So when you have that high of a suicide rate amongst those people, it can't be anything else but mental illness.
There you go.
Because they can't accept who they are.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what's crazy about that? I think I'm gonna pootie tank you a little bit, but it's like, if they living their best life and they are who they are, why are they killing themselves? Explain it to me. I thought coming out the closet made you good and free and happy. Why are they killing? Because you ain't supposed to be doing it. And don't say it's because everybody is mean to them and all. No. Right. No, that ain't it. Because last I checked, the whole world just had Gay Pride Month. They on every TV show, every movie, and they push it everywhere. They get treated better than the black man any day of the week.
Cap, they got
Nigga, you gay. Right. All types of accommodations. I don't want to hear that. The problem is, like Officer Micaiah just said, they are not sure in their own skin because they know it's wrong. Deep down, they know it is wrong. It's common sense. It's common sense. You either got a penis or a pussy. That's it. That's what it is. That's what it is. And you can take it or leave it.
The sister is shocked. You see her face?
She said, "Oh,
oh,
whoa!" That's transphobic.
So transphobic.
Right. But he asked, do you think that only women can have pregnancy? She couldn't answer the question.
Right.
Once again, I want y'all to notice. And guess what? This is the same stuff people do on Clubhouse, and they're doing this. When you don't have an answer, you just start talking about something else. Now she's stating random facts about transgender people. Like, what? What are you talking about?
So
go ahead, Prince Play. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm interested to know the panel. Is it only males that's asking these questions?
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seemed like it
because it seems like Esau is represented by the man.
Yep.
But then the woman's representing black people.
Because there's two of them that answer questions foolishly.
Yeah.
Hey, can I segue real quick before we go?
Yeah.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Ecclesiastes 7:29.
Bring it
Going
out.
off of what you were saying, Kat, because that is a real thing. Like with the suicide rates and all that, it's because it really is. It's messing with their mental, especially with our people in general, because we were created to be God's holy possession, an upright people unto God.
That's
and when you start drifting into there's those things where it's like, okay, you know things that you're doing is bad. You went from like the bad to the very, very like you're going into gross darkness at that point.
Right.
You're going into the utter depths of hell. So when you do that, that's going to start messing with your mental, your spirit, how you're living your day-to-day life. But read that real quick.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 29. Lo, this only have I found, that God made man upright.
Right. He made us to be upright, to live a righteous life. That's how we were made to live, how we were made to operate. So when you go outside of that, you are going to suffer from depression. You are going to suffer from negative thoughts.
Right.
You are going to suffer from all those things because you're not living an upright life according to the Bible. Read on.
But they have sought out many inventions.
But what our people do is seek out many inventions. They start to identify themselves based off of a lust. That's what you're doing when you say I'm trans, when you're cis. You're identifying yourself not based off of anything other than a lustful desire that you have. That's become your reality. And when you do that, you're going to suffer terribly for that. The Most High is not going to allow you to prosper in that.
Yep.
So yeah, that's 100%
I
what you
was
said.
going to tell you, read 27:28. That's her.
Yeah.
Read it.
Verse 27. Behold, this have I found, said the preacher, counting one by one to find the account. Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found.
Zero.
Hey.
Zero.
Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Yeah, shalom. This is Kofi from the Virgin Islands.
Hey, shalom, Kofi.
My question is, just looking at the program tonight, so I wanted to know if the woman who they were asking the question, since she's saying transgender could have children, can a lesbian impregnate a female?
Right. That's a great question. That's a great question.
The other question is, if a man could become a woman and they have you in child support, and you became a woman, do you still have to pay child support?
Those are some good questions. I guarantee you the white man gonna charge you.
That's the questions I have for the night. For the lady who's being questioned.
Hey, I like those questions. Hopefully she listening. Hey, shalom. Good questions. All praise to the Most High.
Hey, you know the great thing about them questions? They was real, unlike Jenna's questions.
Right.
Hey, do you remember Chaz Bono?
Oh yeah.
You don't remember Chaz? So I was telling you, remember we was talking about
the dude in the Backstreet Boys?
Sharon Bono's.
Oh, okay.
Sonny and Cher. Now I'm going back a little bit because showing that they have been planting this seed for a long time.
Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Dexter Calhoun, calling out of Fort Mitchell, Alabama.
Okay.
And the question I have, Man, I need some help down here in Fort Mitchell, Alabama. I need y'all Purple Gold down here bad.
All right, where you at? Where you at again?
Fort Mitchell, Alabama.
Fort Mitchell?
Yeah, it's down past Columbus.
Okay.
Georgia.
Okay. We're going to get some men out there.
And I ain't got no help. I'm trying to save these people, and there's like about 1,000 of them around here, and I ain't got no help.
Okay. We're going to get some men out there. Let me see. I'm pulling it up on my map right now. You only 6 hours away from us. Fort Mitchell. Yep. Right by Columbus. Okay. I see you. Yep. Right by Montgomery. Birmingham can get to you quick. I have shoot Birmingham. They'll be out there this weekend, Lord's will.
Oh, right, man. Cause I sure need some help down here because I'm trying to get our people right, and nobody listening, and they cuss me out, don't want to deal with me and stuff, and I need some help.
Okay. Hey, have you been to any other schools yet?
I'm trying. My wife, she disabled, it's hard trying to travel, money and stuff, and situations.
Understood.
So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to see if that they have a place that you can plug her oxygen machine up. That'll be a great thing.
Okay. So she's dealing with some physical ailments. I got you. Fort Mitchell, Alabama.
Yeah, she also had the implant device in her chest, so it's hard to do a metal detector, so she can't go into that.
Gotcha.
And a lot of that reason that's why we can't make it, and we want to badly. Trust me, we really do.
Okay. All praise. Well, at least you're watching online, and I'm gonna hit up Captain Yadin, and I'm gonna see can he get some men out there. Send me an email, iuic.orlando@israelunite.org. Send me an email. I want to get in contact with you, get your number, and have the men reach out to you, see what we can get something worked out.
Do I go by that email that I see on the screen?
Yep.
Online,
yes, sir. Yep. Send that to send an email there.
Oh. Okay. Because I definitely need some help down here, man. That's the only thing I got. I can't make it to school because of that situation.
Right.
That she had to be with her oxygen machine, and plus she got a portable, but that would be fine if I can get it plugged up somewhere and we can be able to make it.
Okay, all praise to the Most High. Thank you for calling in, bro.
Now, I wanted to bring this out right quick because this is how deep this stuff goes, like with that sister. Read that right quick. Make this quick.
Chaz Savorte Bono, born Chastity.
Born what?
Chastity, son Bono.
Okay, now scroll down. 2008 to 2010.
Between 2008 and 2010, Bono underwent female to male gender transition.
Mm-hmm. Now, scroll down.
Now, be a lot of people now. Trans.
Early life. Read that part.
Early life. Bono was born in Los Angeles, California, the only child of Cher and Sonny Bono.
Sonny and Cher were a very popular singing duo. So what I want to show you, you know how you say this a lot of time, art imitates life. Right? So get Proverbs 3:31 because we see the same thing. We've been seeing the same thing like with the basketball player Dwayne Wade. Mm-hmm. We seeing the same thing with Will Smith.
Right.
But Chaz was born in 1969. So I'm just showing you how far back this goes, how they start desensitizing us. And then now you have what we have with this sister speaking.
I ain't never heard of Chaz Bono before. Damn, that's crazy.
This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
And choose what?
None of his ways.
Now go back there. I just want you to pick up where it says which was produced. I just want you to read that bottom part.
Bono was named after the film Chastity, which was produced by Sonny, and in which Cher, in her first solo role in a feature film, played a bisexual woman.
You remember what Will Smith played in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
So what you're seeing is that art imitating life and how this agenda has been being well thought out and played. Like Scripture say, Esau's deep with his thoughts. So.
Hey, you is not lying. All this stuff, it all originates with the white man. But notice The two interviews that we showed y'all, who they put up to fight for these things? The black woman. The black woman always does the bidding for the white man. Because back at the ranch, behind closed doors, that's who they getting these orders from. That's who's putting these thoughts in their mind. They ain't getting this from. What righteous black man is instructing these women? Is Farrakhan sending the woman out saying this? It's like, no. Is Bishop Nathaniel sending the, no. None of the true leaders amongst the black community is pushing this. They getting this from their oppressors. Go ahead.
Can I bring out, like you were saying earlier about the government, they dictating our thoughts and our decision makings. You know, let's go to Ephesians 6:12, because that's what's going on. This is like the guiding lights or something. We got these sisters out here explaining why we should let all of this happen with abortions and taking up for sex gender and all this kind of crap, because we fighting against this. Read.
This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right. Everything that's going on is coming from the wickedness in high places, and we're doing everything but coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
To getting the understanding of what we should and should not do according to the Bible. That's what we need to get back to.
That's right. All right. What we got next? Or was that it on that?
It's a little bit more on the video. It's important. It's like 10 seconds.
I hope it's so important. We've been on this for half an hour, brother. Same video.
You run your classroom, are students allowed to question you, or are they also treated like this, where they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good time in my class. You should join.
I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot just in this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Yep.
So this sister right here is a professor that is teaching our children. These are the type of women who teach our children exactly what we don't want them to learn, because we're supposed to be teaching them, thus saith the Lord. But you have women like this who are going to be teaching your children what is a they be, what is a he, she, and all sorts of madness.
Didn't she teacher either graduated from like Berkeley?
Yeah.
And that's one of the top universities in America.
Yep. And exactly. That's the misconception. When you hear top, that means they the most wicked.
Exactly.
That's the most wicked of all the entities. That's where it starts at. Go ahead. Go to the next video.
Most brainwashed.
Yep.
Once you see this,
the blinkers.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. I.U.I.C. has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. I.U.I.C, we deliver the truth.